Welcome to Ghostos. This is our season 1 recap of the pandemic.
Yeah, we made it. We're still alive
pandemic.
after everything that you guys have witnessed. Proud to be here. Couldn't have done it without you. And we're just going to go into some of our personal experiences here in this video. But make sure you watch to the end.
Till the end.
We have a surprise for you guys.
For you guys.
Yeah, make sure you stay tuned.
Alright, what are we going to
I
discuss?
guess this video is just going to be us doing a recap of the first season and some of our favorite moments that we experienced, as well as what our impressions are, you know, after doing this for the last, 3 months?
Yeah.
We've been ghost hunting for?
Yeah, we just started 3 months ago.
Yeah. We've been through a lot already, you know, dropping 10 episodes, you know, all which are really quality, full-fledged investigations, all which took more than a few hours to do the investigation.
Yeah.
Plus all of the editing time that went into it.
We want to make a video letting you guys know what we thought about our experiences. Are ghosts real? And are they not real?
In terms of like evidence off of our first investigation ever, you know, the haunted tunnels, I remember hearing that very first hello and just like watching you edit that, and I was just like getting chills. You know, I'm even getting chills just thinking about that.
I know.
Like hearing that, like the hello, like you heard it come through, and I was like, oh my god, I'm hooked.
Can you say hello? That sounded like it said hello.
That was our first time we used the spirit box too.
Yeah,
we gotta go try this out. That was actually our first video, and we're like, you know what? Let's see what we find. Let's just get a spirit box, go to Gold Camp, and then just see what happens. I was petrified.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
When it got dark,
it was crazy. And when the battery died and everything,
yeah,
we're like,
what's going on?
We're gonna have to use our phone for this investigation. Like we were so unprepared for that.
Yeah, I was scared, man.
I'm glad that we had, you know, at least our phones at that point to capture what we did. You know.
Yeah, and then when you hear like the spirit box say the word, like say hello, and it says hello back, that's when I was, like,
when it replies,
stunned.
when you request for it to say something, and then it replies to that, you know.
Yeah.
Like that was crazy.
And that's all we had was the spirit box. We didn't have anything else, so we really could only. Yeah, we used that Ghost Science M3 app, which is really, from in the investigations, it's really, you know, reliable.
Yeah, and we'll leave a link in the description for you guys as well to check it out. It has served us really well. The SLS on it, however, you know,
oh no,
it's not the same thing. Doesn't use like the infrared.
SLS, yeah, it doesn't use any lasers, but it picks up more on light sources or objects that kind of look like a body, so I don't trust it. That's why we stopped using it in our videos. For
sure, yeah, because anything that visibly looks like a human, it picks up on.
Yeah, because we have one on the Gold Camp video. But that was our first time, you know, really investigating, so we weren't sure what to expect. But the more you use this stuff, the more you realize like what could actually be like a paranormal and what is just, you know, just a glitch in the system.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we've really, you know, encountered a lot in our investigations is, you know, technical glitches, if anything, that could be construed as, you know, paranormal. Who knows? Maybe there was some kind of paranormal influence, you know, on the equipment. You know, like batteries dying or something. Yeah. How do we know it's not just something that's like a technical problem?
Yeah, or like light. Yeah. You know, you catch it on your eye, or somehow the camera catches a light in a weird way.
Yeah.
It's like we don't know if that's actually, you know, paranormal, or if it's just a light anomaly that we can't explain.
So that's why, I mean, that's why we really can't definitively say that, you know, ghosts absolutely exist. So that our channel does come with a big disclaimer, but all of our experiences are real, and everything that we show is absolutely real.
Right now, it's hard to tell. I mean, it's like you don't know. Like with the SLS, did the SLS catch on an object that just makes a figure, or is it actually?
Yeah, if it was like a mismap or something. Yeah. See, that's one good example of a technical problem that could be misconstrued as, you know, paranormal. Because we have a way of measuring these things, but
measurement, but it's like electromagnetic fields can make you, you know, you see more, hallucinate, more anxious. That's why I think with everything, it's more like personal when it comes to the paranormal. It's more like how you feel and how it makes you feel, not what you see, but how it makes you feel.
That really resonates with me, and I think that's a big, you know, mission with our channel as well, is to, you know, create a story with our content so the viewers can feel what we felt. Because a big part of paranormal experience is actually going through it, you know, and how you feel. It's like, there's a big subjective component to it.
Yeah.
You know, but maybe that subjective component is paranormal in itself. That's why you have like parapsychology, which is a massive field of study right now, which takes into account, you know, the human experience as part of the paranormal event, you know. So, but we had a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
While we're here, though, let's talk about Pikes
Yeah.
Peak.
Oh yeah, Pikes Peak. It's funny how we always bring that one up.
Yeah, that was one of the funnest ones. We invited Tretz's buddy Donna.
Yeah.
We just had a blast. We went up there like not expecting, you know, what the outcome would be. We wanted to go up there at night, but the place closed at like 6. So we're like, okay, we just gotta get an investigation in.
Yeah.
And then luckily the cafe was closed. They're like, oh, you guys can investigate. You're the first
of the pandemic.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're like, yes.
It's like, let's get set up. But we're kind of flustered too. We're like, you guys have 1 hour until you got to get off the mountain. We're like,
yeah,
we better catch as much as possible.
Yeah, they're like a $500 charge if we catch you guys, you know, up here past the curfew. And we're like, let's get an investigation, as always.
Yeah, and we did. We pumped out some, you know, some experiments and started rolling with it, and we caught that crazy, you know, spirit box session.
It was an accident.
Murder.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because I feel like in Pikes Peak, that's the most we ever caught that was like responsive with spirit box. Because right now we do stuff and we're not catching much. So it's like, why that place?
That was very responsive, like, because it completely, like, it responded to our exact questions. And the EVP that followed after that EVP session, that was one of the best we ever had.
Yeah.
You know, it was really good.
When it said America and we're America's mountain, and we're like,
yeah,
whoa.
it was like, that is way coincidental.
And we're walking.
And we didn't even notice, like, you know, the parallels of that America until we were in the edit. We're like, wait, we're on America's mountain. We didn't even put the 2 and 2 together until afterward. So, I mean, that really does say a lot, you know, that it wasn't our minds that were creating that.
Yeah.
Because we didn't even think about it subconsciously. It didn't even cross our mind, you know? And it still was saying things that was relevant to where we're at.
Yeah, where we're at.
Yeah.
And
So
the thing is with
crazy.
that phone app too, the Ghost Science M3, it's like the location's cut off, so it has no idea where you're at.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's on airplane mode all the time. That way we don't get any anything about, you know, with the GPS reading where we are. But the thing is, like with the Abby, it's like, okay, if that app could read where you are, can it really tell if you're inside a kitchen or not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think GPS is that accurate to determine. I mean, yeah, like streets, you know, Google will map out streets and, you know, buildings, but not like the construction, of a home or, you know, a complex. There's no way.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no way.
That's why everyone that says apps aren't reliable, it's like we have caught a lot of good stuff on our apps.
We really have. And some of our best stuff with the necrophonics.
Yeah.
And we'll probably
the necrophonics.
Yeah, we'll probably be doing like full-fledged tech reviews on all of this for you guys as well in the future. But I think we do have enough experience under our belt now to make an honest assessment, you know, of the how effective these apps can actually be.
Do we want to go to more like St. Nicholas?
Yeah, let's discuss a little bit about St. Nick.
Yeah, St. Nicholas. That was our first time we got night vision.
I just love that thumbnail of you too. And we'll, you know, I don't need to change this. We can just throw it up on the screen.
St. Nicholas, that was the first time we used night vision.
Squeaks. No. Oh yeah, that was my ass. Oh,
yeah.
Damn it.
Oh my god, I felt like such a badass walking around with night vision.
I know.
Camera.
There's people there. They're like, oh, hey, you know, go into this room because it's I heard noises or a tap on the shoulder. We're like, you're the ghost hunters. They're staring there like,
and like the whole family, they bought out like 3 or 4 different rooms, and they're there just for the paranormal tour going on.
Yeah.
And they would be like hitting us up and
that
be like,
was an old hospital too for the mentally ill, so it was creepy to stay there.
It was
like,
creepy.
You just got this eerie feeling.
Yeah. There was a lot of like interference though, because it was like an old Victorian, you know, building.
Yeah.
You know, you could hear people walking around and floorboards creaking and stuff. So we had to wait till it was dead silent before we really like.
We gotta wait till everyone goes to sleep. That way we could investigate and have it all to ourselves.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
Yeah,
going down that pool, and we got the door closing.
Oh yeah, that's her. Like
That
we have
was
never
so
got another door
crazy.
closed. Like I don't know if it was the structure, the way the house was,
I don't
if
know.
there's a draft, but we
tried to
checked it.
reposition the door, and it wouldn't close
Yeah.
on its own. And there's not like a gust of wind because the back door, on the other side is completely like sealed. No one goes in and out.
It is.
And I was just so glad. That's when we were like, okay, we gotta be recording the whole time,
Yeah.
just in case anything happens.
That was our third investigation.
Yeah, it was only our third, and we stayed up all night.
Couldn't
All
sleep.
night. Well, he
We
could
don't talk
sleep.
about that.
He could sleep. Yeah, we won't talk.
We
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
talk.
That's a little bit intimate for this
So-
one. Maybe on our Patreon for you
Yeah,
guys.
Patreon will let you know
There'll
what
be more
happened.
behind
What
the scenes.
happened when we slept there. We actually have a lot of footage too.
Oh, yeah.
That we had it cut out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll have some behind the scenes for
Yeah,
you
lots of
guys.
behind the scenes that we're gonna start putting on our Patreon for you guys. So that was
Yeah.
our third, and then I think our best one was the Abbey.
The Abbey. Oh my God.
Haunted
That's
Monastery.
when we really blew up on YouTube, and our views started
Yeah,
skyrocketing.
Followers on Instagram,
Yeah.
YouTube,
Yeah.
started getting our
And,
Facebook
and
up.
I keep telling people, like, that investigation, I've never been so scared in my entire life. When I was down in the basement, walking those halls by myself, looking for an angry ghost, like, who
Yeah.
does that? Who in their right mind does that? Like, I was like literally like taking like maybe like baby steps.
Yeah.
Because I was like petrified. I was like, oh my God, what if something just comes out at me?
And the thing was, like, we were lost down there, so
we didn't know where we were
No,
at.
we didn't know where we
especially
were.
in the pitch black. You know?
Yeah, no,
I
it's
used my
scary.
viewfinder. Yeah.
like we were running out of light source down there.
Yeah.
Pretty creepy.
And in the dead body room, we had
Yeah.
that whole investigation. We probably had our best ever spirit box responses, hands
Oh
down.
yeah, with like it
You
saying our
know,
name, Weston
Yeah,
Travis.
throughout the whole night, because
Yeah.
it said my name when we're in the dead body room, as well as near where the angry monk, where the angry monk is. Remember, it said my name in German.
Yeah,
speaking German?
German back to you,
Yeah.
whatever it
In the
was.
cemetery. It was pretty much following us around.
Yeah,
you know,
it was like
the whole
a,
night.
it's like a woman. It was following you. It got attached.
Yeah,
she
it
got
did. It
attached
was.
to you
It was
somehow.
like the same voice.
It was a nun, because they said nun. The nuns
Yeah.
like held the school down there and all that for the
Oh
kids.
yeah, yeah. And there was a lot of prisoners that died building
building the
that, too.
place. Yeah,
So there's so much activity.
but I think that cemetery was scary, man.
Oh damn. Oh yeah.
Remember you were reading a Bible?
Oh yeah, reading the Bible. And
Yeah, and then it
right
says
next
your
to
name
that
twice.
cross. I was freaking out.
Yeah,
because
you
I felt
felt
something
something
like touched me. It could have been a plant. I don't know. In that moment, it wasn't a plant. I'll tell you that much. In that moment, it
I
was
think
like
it was a plant that touched you.
it. I don't know. It probably was. It probably was.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Okay.
But I've never been so scared. Like I almost shit myself. I was like, oh God, no. I was like, fuck, fuck, fuck.
Yeah.
And then
I was like, chill.
I was like about ready to run away.
I
You know,
know.
I was like, I was about to book it. I was like, nah, this is too much.
Yeah.
And then I hear my name come through. It's like,
Came
no.
through twice, but
Yeah,
didn't catch
it
it
did.
the second time. I don't think we caught it was your name till we reviewed it, and then we're like, that's your name, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then after that, what happened? You have what was
The
that
portal?
thing called? The portal.
The portal.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Because he's like, it's never
was
done that
weird.
before. Like somehow it was producing sounds with it, and it was turned off.
Yeah, it was completely off, and it was still. It stopped on like what sounded like a scream.
Yeah, it did.
It's like, that is weird. And it was as soon as we walked in, too, where they started having all those malfunctions.
Mhm.
It's like, that's really coincidental. Like,
It was too quick.
and you're just like, I need one of these. Like, where do we get this?
I know. It's
Like,
we
I
need
want one. And I was like, oh, yes.
They got a bunch of those. Like if you look on YouTube and stuff, it's called Infinity Box, where you could pretty much, put in any location from where you are. and you can
Yeah,
talk to the
yeah.
spirits.
Just communicate globally with
Yeah, like
whatever's
global.
out there.
So that's why
I have my doubts if
Yeah,
that's
I
really
do
effective.
too. I
But
do
it's
too.
worth a shot, We thought apps were, bunk until we tried a couple and
I know.
had really good success with them.
Here's my thing. Everyone literally the paranormal community. I mean, we dealt with a bunch of people and they don't like the apps, and we're like, this stuff, that your phone's over $1,000. How can you not rely on that?
Yeah.
You rely on it for everything else, so why not ghost hunting? That's
Yeah.
what I don't get.
it has the ability to measure some of these things like EMF, even like anomalies.
EMF.
In fact, the S20 now comes with like its own night vision. You know, like these phones are getting really advanced.
Yeah.
And the EMFs do work. Like if you can measure something with it, like you should be able to, you know, experiment with it and see if it's effective.
So don't knock on those apps. I'm
Yeah,
telling
don't.
you, like, don't
Give it a
discourage
chance,
people because
yeah.
they're using apps. Because we found a lot of good stuff that are relevant.
Yeah, we really did. And we'll get into it here once we go through the other episodes. But ultimately, Abby was probably my favorite investigation.
Yeah.
And we stayed there till beyond the witching hour. You know.
No, we couldn't stop. We were just
scouring that place.
investigating.
Yeah, yeah.
People are like, "You guys done?" We're like, "Nope. We're going to the
still
cemetery. We don't know
going."
where it is."
Dang, I just wish we had the SLS at that point for the monk.
Yeah, I
You
wish we
know?
had that on the
I
laser
bet it would have
grid.
picked up something. But we still got a visual anomaly.
Yeah.
I still don't know what it is. It could have been, you know.
Oh, yeah, in the basement.
Yeah, it could have been
we
an
got-
issue with the lighting.
We got like a growl there too. Like,
Yeah, we did, and you couldn't hear it. It wasn't audible with our
No.
ears, but the camera picked it up.
it's so weird when you're like looking through footage and then you hear a weird sound. You're like, wait, where'd that come from? That doesn't make any sense of the
Yeah,
scene we're in.
and especially if you're sitting completely still, you know, like where there's nothing, you know.
Yeah, so that was one of my favorite ones too. But
Yeah.
the next one would be Garden of Gods.
Oh my god,
That
yeah.
one was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Because we hit 2 different spots, 2 hot spots.
Well, we literally camped out at Garden of Gods for like 5 hours waiting for everyone to leave.
Yeah.
That way we could have the place to ourselves.
It was
Yeah.
crowded.
And we didn't realize that they'd shut the gates on you, so we were
Uh-huh.
stuck in there. The car was stuck.
Around 11 o'clock, we're like, all right, good investigation, let's wrap up, let's go. And we're locked in.
Yeah,
Like, we
every
closed
gate was closed.
Every entrance. Yeah, and I was like, can we probably go around the gates? It's like,
I tried.
there's no way.
I had to leave my car there, then I had like 2 hours of sleep so I could pick it back up at like 5 in the
that
morning,
was
4 in the
brutal.
morning.
That was really brutal.
Yeah, I was like, it was worth it.
I was like, shit, how did this happen?
But it was worth it with the stuff we got there.
Yeah, that was our first time using the Necrophonic app.
Oh yeah, it was.
You know,
yeah, it was
and
for sure.
It's crazy because that's when we caught Fink, which was Christian Fink, one of the, you know, victims that we were investigating.
Mm-hmm.
And it came through on that as well as the spirit box. You know, it said Fink
Fink.
on the spirit box and it said Fink on the Necrophonic app. And then there's also, we also used on the Ovilus on the phone as well.
Yeah, obviously
The
with
Ghost
the
Sign
spirit box
73.
and it was linking. It said
Yeah, it
muscle.
was linking,
And then it says
yeah.
muscle. It's like,
Oh, that
what?
gives me chills. That was still one of my
Limit
best.
and limit. It's like how are these two things talking? An
They're
FM
saying the
broken
same
radio
thing.
talking
Yeah.
to what was it? You know, an app on the phone.
Yeah, and they weren't linked to
Ovilus.
Bluetooth or nothing, you know? Like, it was just way too coincidental. Like, there's no way that could have happened. And on top of that, the questions we're asking were relevant.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, how'd you die? You know, like the limit at the top or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then it came through on both devices. It's like, that is just, that blows my mind. You know, if there's something that's paranormal, if there's one thing that we've encountered that's paranormal, that's probably it.
Yeah.
You know, was that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, and then the next one,
Which one?
Shine Mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, Shining Mountain. That was a different kind of scared.
Yeah, that was like
Fear.
hiking and worrying about weather and dying.
Yeah, we're up against the forces of nature. you
Yeah,
know?
it rained. We had to go 3 times. We got rained out the second time. Because we were like 4 miles away from the actual destination, and then it started raining.
It's funny though, cause like we gave up, and we're only like 4 miles from hitting the campsite.
Yeah.
And then we see a guy coming down.
Oh yeah, we see a guy in
Yeah.
white. We're like, is that we're so
Yeah,
dehydrated,
we're
we're
like-
like, is that a ghost?
Yeah, we were like delirious at that point. Like, who is this guy? He just came out of nowhere. He had like nothing on him and a white
Yeah.
shirt. You know, it was like, that was too bizarre. In the middle of nowhere in the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
On an extreme hike trail.
Mhm.
So then we're like, oh yeah, if he can do it, we can do it. So we start running back up the mountain, and then that's when nature just takes a dump on us.
I know.
You know.
I was
you know?
like, are we really gonna die up here?
yeah.
Like all your survival instincts kick in. Like you
They
don't
do.
care. You just gotta survive at that point.
Yeah,
We're just like, and we were so worried about the equipment getting destroyed. We're like, we're trying to
shit.
hike up here with an expensive camera.
Yeah,
A spirit box.
all of this other stuff, all this camera gear.
Yeah. That's why the third time we carried light, we're like,
all
we're just gonna
water.
bring
'Cause
all
that was,
water.
yeah, that was
and we
our biggest
still ran out of
concern.
water.
We did, yeah. Because on the third time, we finally got to the top, and we were already low on water.
Yeah.
But after we headed down, you know, we were getting like really delirious. Like we're getting dangerously dehydrated.
Yeah, we got lost.
Like I was starting to hear
Multiple
things and
times.
see things, and like Wes and I were getting really agitated.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, we were getting agitated.
Like we could have easily.
We're just like, who came up with this idea?
Yep. I was to blame.
Yeah,
of course.
I was like, why? Why can't we just go to
Yeah,
the
I
cemetery
was
like
like,
everyone
just
else?
it's just a casual hike, you know. It's only a 4,000 feet climb. Nothing to be worried about.
But you couldn't
But
breathe.
God, yeah.
Your
Yeah.
like, my mouth was like super dry.
Yeah.
Legs were hurting. I was like,
I
and
felt
then
like I was gonna vomit. Like
it said like
more than half the
it kept
time.
saying 2 miles away, and then you hit 2 miles, and then you see another sign that says 2 miles away.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like it's never ending.
Not ended. Like we can't make it up to this mountain.
And that's what's that's a factor that made it really difficult is we didn't know how much further it was, so we're just guessing.
Yeah.
That was brutal. But the evidence we caught at the top,
Oh yeah.
probably
yeah.
our best single spirit box response ever.
Yeah.
You know, oh, it gives me chills just thinking about it. The we missed, like as soon as we asked it, you know, like what was the last thing you said? You know,
Yeah.
and historically, the last thing that they said was we missed from air traffic control. That was the last thing they ever picked up on the radio on those pilots.
Yeah, it is.
And just moments later, it says it. I'm like, there's no way. Like how? And it also sounded like a male voice.
It
also
did.
sounds like the person we were trying to reach. You know?
Yeah, which I think it was Roy.
Yeah.
Remember we were speculating that.
Yeah,
That was Roy
yeah,
that made
that's
the
right.
mistake.
Yeah, it was Roy, because that's what the Necrophonic app was saying.
Kept saying Roy.
And then
mistake.
the EVP app said, yeah, emergency.
Yeah.
It was an emergency landing, and it was Roy's fault.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
for the death. We can't say for certain,
No, we
but
can't say.
that's what we guess, and we do, you know, respect the families of those lost pilots, even though it was World War II. It's, you know, still.
But still, yeah.
Yeah.
We respect every place we go into.
Yeah, absolutely.
We always have good intentions.
Yeah, we certainly do. But that was definitely a difficult investigation.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Cemetery.
Yeah, the cemetery. It's funny, being a ghost hunter, you think that the cemetery would be the first place you go to.
I know, right? We're like,
It's
we
like,
haven't
where
been
do we
to
find
cemetery.
dead people? Like, cemetery, maybe?
We went to a little cemetery in the Abbey, but it was nothing like
Yeah.
this. Like,
Oh, not at all.
yeah, that was small. This was like a big cemetery with that big
It was in the middle
white
of
cross.
nowhere.
I know, we were driving there, and like my GPS kept like losing service. I was like,
Oh yeah, we had like no service.
I was
out
like, dude, I
there.
don't even know if I'm going to the right place. Like,
Yeah, there was no service or radio out there.
Yeah.
At all.
and we did,
Silvercliff.
and there was actually 2 cemeteries, and we actually cut out the first half of the video because it was too long, which we're probably gonna drop in Patreon.
Yeah, we're gonna
for
do
you guys, the
Patreon,
first
for
half
sure.
of that cemetery.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was 2 cemeteries, and the first cemetery we're like, we don't feel much here even for a cemetery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we're like,
when I was
we're in
kind
a
of like
cemetery.
getting discouraged from being a ghost
Yeah.
hunter. I was like, does this stuff even exist? Like, really? But as soon as we like were more patient with it and we busted out the SLS and stuff
Yeah.
and spent more time there.
And we went to the second cemetery, which was like
Yeah.
a mile away from it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's when like I just got this dark feeling. I was like,
Yeah,
there's something up with this cemetery.
for sure.
Like you just see that white cross, and you're like,
Uh-huh.
oh, don't want to.
And then everything just hit at once. The SLS footage, the EVPs coming in, like all at once, and then we start seeing like these anomalies fly around.
Mhm.
Oh, I so wish we would have gotten that on camera.
Oh yeah, like
Mhm.
after it said jump, when we saw the SLS and she disappeared,
Yeah.
we saw that light just go right across, like she jumped. It's
Yeah.
like her orb.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought it was, honestly, at that moment. Who knows, though? But the cemetery is known for those, you know, visual anomalies.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm glad we at least got to witness it, at the
Witnessed
very least.
ourselves.
Yeah.
But we didn't get to catch it on camera.
Hey, it might be an episode for the future, you know?
Yeah, going back to Silvercliff. I mean, the SLS was really cool itself. That was our first real SLS. This one
Yeah.
uses the Connect,
Yeah,
and it has like
it was.
1,000 lasers on it. You could
Uh-huh.
see it in the night vision. You're like, whoa, what are those?
Yeah, that was fun to use, too. I remember just, you know, walking around with it. But it takes a lot of patience for it to pick up on something.
Yeah, it's a lot of patience, but
But I think, like, the SLS Like, yeah, it can have its technical, you know, nuances, but for that specific time, it was actually picking up on something paranormal. Because I had it mapped, you know, the whole, like, I had it, like, on the cross the whole time, and then that figure just shows up after requesting that she stands in front of the cross.
Nice.
So it was just way too coincidental, you know?
Yeah, and it needs a pickup, after testing it needs a pickup on, like, an actual, like, full-size human. Like, they gotta be in full frame.
Yeah. Like, it needs 4 appendages, you know, and it uses a 3D depth map, you know, to actually capture, like, the true depth of it.
Yeah.
So it can be reliable in paranormal research.
It's just if when Windows got to update nothing, that's when you're like, I don't want to use this anymore.
Oh yeah, and that actually segues perfect into our next episode.
Our final
which
season.
was the first time we did a collab with another paranormal
investigation group. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's good to see, you know, have that kind of experience with other people, because then they can validate that what you experienced was indeed bizarre.
Yeah.
Out of the norm, you know, unexplained.
Yeah.
You know, so they're able to witness for themselves, like, dang, this is like real. Like, everything that we're catching right now is, you know, completely, you know, unordinary, to say the least. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of activity there. Like, probably the most. I mean, our K2 meter was going off like crazy. Like, we didn't even have it on; it just kept going.
It did.
Or, like, there's there's a lot of electromagnetic fields there that would make people feel sick. Because when we first got there, a random lady came up to us. We didn't even know who she is. She's like, yeah, I visited here like a year ago.
We'll definitely throw
sick.
that in the Patreon for sure.
Yeah.
There was
Behind
one
the
lady
scene.
that visits there. She's aware of it being haunted, and she's like, yeah, this place makes me feel sick.
Yeah.
To her stomach. And her kids have even seen things there too, in the basement portion.
Yeah, the basement where the
Yeah,
abortions
the first floor.
were.
Yeah.
And the doctors
God.
did them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what
And the gas chamber.
the gas chamber was like the best.
That was the ultimate.
The
We're like,
Estes
we're gonna make
method.
this epic. Yeah.
Yeah, we're like
blindfold spirit box.
Our first blindfold spirit box.
Yeah, it was really hard to do because, you know, with the transmissions coming through, we're so far out from, like, it was kind of out in the middle of nowhere, this prison, you know.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a lot to catch on the spirit box to begin with.
So with the women's prison, there's actually an active real prison right by it, the Colorado prison, and they said a lot of people that do die there that come visit that prison.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Well, there was actually all males that died in the gas chambers, so some of the voices coming through, it would make sense that they were gas chamber victims.
Yeah. But you gotta remember, when Travis did the blind spirit box, he almost like opened his body up to communicating, so they could communicate through him.
Yeah.
So like, how did you feel with that? Like, wasn't that like a weird experience or
It
like a
was.
crazy experience?
I felt kind of like almost violated in a way,
Yeah.
you know, because I'm literally letting whatever it is there use me as a conduit for communication, you know, and there was surprising accuracy. Because I tried to just listen to what it sounded like. I tried taking my interpretation out of the words out of it completely, and just honestly trying to repeat what the spirit box was saying. That's all I was trying to do. But it's hard when you catch like a word like choke, and you know it's relevant to the context. Like, you can't help but to react. I try to keep that out as much as possible.
You were alone. Like, there's no one by you.
Yeah. So I did feel kind of violated, in a way, but I welcomed it gladly in the name of research.
I mean, you did, like, when
it was
we
worth it.
when we were done, you're like, did you guys catch anything? We're like, yeah, we caught a lot with that.
It was really good. I was
You
like,
have
okay.
no idea.
And after he pieced it together, I'm like,
Yeah, I was like,
holy
look
shit.
at it.
It's like, dang, did that I literally just responded to your guys' question. Like, that's insane. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then the ghost that walked past the light when we asked it to.
Yeah,
The
that
cell
was crazy.
13, and then it said, yeah, which cell are you in? 13, as it walked past it.
Yeah, it kept making the
was
motion
so
lights
wild.
go off. It kept making the REM pod go off.
Yeah.
Which it hit purple, which I
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
hit purple
yeah.
a lot.
And even some of the investigators that joined us, or there's only 2, but they were even impressed with that, because they said that was the most activity that they've seen on that REM pod. So that was
they're
a
like,
good
I haven't seen it
feeling.
go to purple
Yeah, that thing hit
my
purple.
like whole career.
Yeah, that thing was maxed.
Yeah.
It was maxed.
Whatever's
And
there.
Yeah,
And every
no
time we try
electricity.
leaving, it beeps. It's like, what do you want us to do?
Yeah, it's like, we already, we gave you our time already. Like, we gotta go explore elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so much fun. Oh my god. But that pretty much encompasses our entire season.
Yeah, that's our whole season.
So,
guys.
do ghosts exist?
Do they exist?
This is the question that you guys have been waiting for, or the answer to the question you guys have been waiting for. And the answer is maybe. Maybe they do exist. Maybe they don't. But that's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
It's because we want to find out for ourselves. And that's why we're very strict on the integrity of our findings.
Yep.
Because it would defeat the purpose to make any shit up. That takes the whole mission out of it.
Yeah, there's no reason to investigate if you're making it up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why everything we do is real.
It is real. And we're not claiming it's paranormal or not. It's up to you guys to decide. We have come up with our own opinions on it. But based on experience, that's where we still stand. We're still skeptics, ultimately.
Still skeptics, but there's some stuff that happens where you're like
how?
Is that coincidental?
Like how? Like just because I can't explain it and I
Yeah.
can't see it doesn't mean it's paranormal. If it's explained with science, then, you can rule it out, pretty much.
Yeah.
But there's some things science can't even explain, like the origins of the universe, the ending of the universe,
Yeah, it's unexplainable. If we can't, a lot of the things we do that we do cut out, we do try debunking a lot of things.
Yeah, we do. We just don't include it because, why? You guys already know that we're spending, X amount of time on these investigations. And in future videos, we will include more of our regular investigation
debunks and all that.
time.
It's just super hard too with YouTube. Like, we look at engagement and attention span. Like, everything we do in our videos is, to keep everyone engaged.
Yeah.
Guaranteed people love debunk videos too.
Yeah, they really do.
So that's why we're, trying new stuff in our new season
2. Yeah, season 2 will include more like raw footage.
Yeah, we're
and
changing
debunks.
season 2 up a lot. There's gonna be new experiments.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which we're probably gonna use this new experiment a lot that everyone's familiar with, which is a Ouija board.
Yeah, Ouija board.
That's probably gonna be our main
basics.
Yeah, going
That's
back to basics.
Yeah, Ghost Hunter 101. Ouija board and cemetery.
People say they
That's
don't
how you
mind
do it.
seeing longer cuts, so we're gonna listen to our viewers, make longer cuts.
Yeah, we just want to, provide you guys with the best evidence we can in an entertaining format. That's really our mission here on this channel. And we're so proud to have you guys along. We've amassed over 30,000 minutes of watch time, almost 400 subscribers, like almost 3,000 followers in just a few months. We've experienced unprecedented growth in this channel, all thanks to you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys.
You guys keep us going, and we've gone through some hell, to say the least.
Lot.
Yeah, we have. But we love doing it.
And we do have more content coming.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna have a sneak peek look at.
Oh yeah, the sneak peek.
The sneak peek.
Should we roll that right now?
Yeah, let's roll
Okay,
it.
let's do it.
World premiere.
Well, that concludes our recap of the first season.
Yep,
And
recap done.
Leave a comment.
Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. See you
We're
later.
out.
Ghost
out.